Oh, hello. Hang on. My light is falling. Oh, it's a day already. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm Tammy Mashtaberty, best-selling author of the books The Universe is Talking to You and The Higher Help Method. And this is my weekly spirit boost. I come here every Thursday at noon Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram to teach you how to tap into the higher helpline of the universe for guidance and answers. So I am here once again, and I was planning what to talk about, and I said, oh, tomorrow, November 15th, Friday, November 15th, we have a supermoon, and it's the last supermoon of 2024. What is a supermoon? I am not an astrologer. I am not an expert in this area, but from my understanding, it really is just that the moon itself is sort of closer to the earth, right? So it might appear bigger, things like that. But from what I understand, because it's closer, the energy is stronger, right? The spiritual energy that is available to us to utilize, right? I always talk about harnessing the energy of the universe as part of my higher help method. So the energy available for us to utilize is stronger. Now, this supermoon happens to be a full moon, right? So there's full moon and there's new moon. Both of them happen every month as part of the lunar cycle. The energy of the moon is an energy we can utilize. A lot of people talk about using the moon energy to clear crystals, to charge their crystals. You hear people taking their crystals outside and leaving them overnight in the energy for the new moon, the full moon, to cleanse and charge. But we can also utilize that energy around us to help us let go of things, to help us draw things in or manifest things. So the supermoon energy, right, is amazing for manifestation. But it's also a full moon. So it's supermoon energy, but it's happening on a full moon. The full moon, the way I utilize the full moon versus the new moon is, here's Callie, for those of you who can see her tail. The way that I utilize the full moon is to release, is to let go. The way that I utilize the new moon is to plant new seeds. But, Callie, you're killing me. But this is kind of both, right? Because it's on a full moon, but it's a super moon. So what I'm going to do and what I am going to share with you in case you'd like to do this yourself and join me in this is I'm going to do both. I am going to let go of what I want to let go, but I'm also going to plant intentions. And I'm going to do this for the new year because we're in November. This cat is literally just like jumping over me. I don't know what's happening. So I'm going to do my intentions and my letting go for 2025. Probably going to do the same thing in December as well, but I'm going to do it this month instead of just doing it in December or just setting my intentions in January because we have the super moon, right? So we have that energy. So here's what I'm going to do. Whenever I do anything like this, I always like to write things down and release it in some way. So I've talked to you guys about this before. If you've joined me on these or if you've watched my YouTube videos, I talk about how there are various ways we can send things out into the universe, right? So one of my favorite is making a list and burning it in some way. If you have a fireplace in your house, you can do it right in the fireplace. You don't even have to take it outside. I've done that before on like New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. I've done things like that and just thrown it into my fireplace. You can also take it outside in some kind of fireproof container and send it out that way. There's also something called flying wish paper. You can get that on Amazon. I always forget to link it here. But I love flying wish paper because it's these kind of square pieces of paper and you can write on them and then you light them and it's almost like they're kind of like the consistency of tissue paper, or just it's very thin consistency, and you light it and it literally flies away and disintegrates, and you don't have to worry about putting out fire or anything like that. It just sort of goes out on its own and it just goes out and up and you can see the ashes, right? Love using that. A little while ago when I was talking about this, you guys told me, hey, there's dissolvable paper, which you can also get on Amazon, which I 100% went out and purchased literally after one of the weekly spirit boosts where we were talking about it. That's another thing you can do, is literally write it out on the dissolvable paper and just either bring a bucket and dissolve it into that and then put it out into the earth. You can just put it out onto the grass or the earth and pour water over it and let it go. The whole point of it is we want to either let go of what no longer serves us or let our intentions go into the universe. For this super moon / full moon, I am going to do both because why not? It's a super moon and it's also that full moon energy where I can let go of things. So what I'm planning to do is make a list first of what I'd like to let go of. What emotions do I want to let go of? What struggles do I want to let go of? What resentments or difficulties in relationships or difficulties in your career, whatever it might be, what do I want to let go of that I will no longer carry with me or experience in my life? What do I want to let go of, right? That's the full moon energy. So that's the first thing. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to call in higher help to assist me in letting go. So depending on what you are specifically working on, there's a lot of higher helpers, but I'm going to give you one to call on no matter what you are doing. If you call on no one else, do call on this one for the letting go piece of it. And that is Archangel Metatron. So Archangel Metatron can help you release what is no longer serving you for your highest good. He does other things as well, but he can really help you release emotional baggage, release habits, release anything that is no longer serving you for your highest good. So when you go to either burn, do the flying wish paper, dissolve your paper, whatever you might want to do to release this, what I would do is call on Archangel Metatron to assist you, and always call on Gaia, Mother Earth, when you're doing something in the earth realm, or you're doing something outside, or you're putting something out into the earth and nature elements. I always like to call on Gaia to assist in sort of taking it on and transforming it into love and positive energy. But Archangel Metatron, you want to call in and ask him to help you release all of these things that you want to release that are no longer serving you, that are no longer serving your highest good, that are no longer beneficial for you to be carrying around or holding on to, right? So that's the letting go piece of it. Then, because it's that supermoon energy, I also want to set some intentions. So you can set intentions for the next month. You can set intentions for the rest of this year. I am going to start setting intentions for 2025 because we're so close to that, right? So, and you can do both. You can wait until December or January. I always tell you, you customize the stuff that I share with you for what works for you, or what you want to do, or what you feel you want to do. So what I'm going to do is just start making those lists of intentions that I have for things that I want to create, a habit that I might want to adopt, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be more money or a new job or X type of car or whatever, or a new relationship. It doesn't always have to be that. Sometimes it can even be intentions that you want to cultivate healthier eating habits, or you want to cultivate taking care of your body, or you want to cultivate self-care and self-love, right? I want you to think outside the box of just what are intentions that I want to manifest in terms of tangible things or big things. It can also be the piece where you are going to ask for assistance or set that intention to create a new habit or create a new way of being or create more peace, right? I have a friend who always talks about picking a word for the year, right? My word for this past year, for 2024, was peace. I just needed more peace. There was a lot of chaos in my life. There was a lot of um upheaval and constant drama and things like that were actually beyond me. I wasn't creating it. They were just coming into my world from outside. And so I was just like, no, I need more peace in my life. And I truly believe I have worked on that this year. And when you set that intention, the universe gave me so many tools, brought so many things into my life to allow me to create that, right? So think about that as you're going into 2025. And I'm going to be doing my last masterclass of the year. It's not available yet, but it's actually going to be a 2-part masterclass. So it's 2 classes in one sign up. And we are going to be doing Manifesting Your Best Year Ever 2025, where I'm literally going to set you up with all of this for the next for next year. I'm going to help you figure out what it is you want. I'm going to help you set those intentions. I'm going to literally set you up so that when January 1st starts, you're running and you know what you're doing. And you have your tools ready for how you're going to create it. But it starts for me with what I want to bring into that year, right? So don't just set intentions for things. Set intentions for yourself, for what you want to experience, so for what you want to feel. Do you want to bring more happiness, more joy, more peace, more ease, more health, etc. into 2025? All of that can be set as an intention or set as a seed that you're going to plant for 2025 that can be done on this super moon, because the energy is amazing. Thank you for liking. I always forget while I'm talking to you guys to tell you to like the live, because it does just let me know you're out there and you like what I'm saying, and it helps get me out into the world. So set that list again on your flying wish paper, on another type of paper that you're going to burn somewhere else, on the dissolvable paper that you can get, fairly inexpensively on Amazon. Again, I keep forgetting to link to them, but if you guys just put it into the Amazon search bar, you'll find it. So you're going to set that up. And then again, you want to call in the help to assist you. Now, there are specific higher helpers, obviously, for each area, right? That's why I have the higher help method book with all the lists of who you need to call on and how to do it. But in general, if you're just looking for positive change, if you're looking for manifestation, if you're looking for the universe to bring in those signs and synchronicities and ideas and help you recognize them, Archangel Ariel is amazing when it comes to all types of manifestation. I also love Archangel Haniel, Haniel, for opening you up to noticing the signs and the synchronicities and the guidance and the change that is coming in. Archangel Aurora, amazing for new beginnings, right? So you just want to call in these higher helpers as you've let go of what you want to let go of, and Archangel Metatron is your man for that. Then you want to set the intention of, what do I want to create? What do I want to plant? What seeds am I planting next? And that's when you want to call in specific higher helpers as you release that in whatever way you're releasing it, burning it, dissolving it, flying it away, whatever your thing is. So there's that piece, right? And so because it's a super moon and a full moon, I'm combining both. And so I'm recommending you also combine both. And this does not take a lot of time. I just want you to sit down with like a candle and or you don't even listen, if you don't want to do the candle, you don't have to do the candle, but I like to set a mood. And just kind of write out what you're letting go of and then write out on a separate paper or whatever what I'm intending to bring in. And then you let go and you bring in and you release it and you've called in your higher help and you've planted that energy and you planted those intentions and those seeds, and you have the energy of the full moon and the super moon to assist you, to supercharge, to accelerate what it is you're trying to do, right? We literally are surrounded with energy to assist us, whether that's in the form of higher helpers, whether that's in the form of a moon, whether that's in the form of whatever energy we're tapping into. We have to start using the spiritual tools, which is what I teach, to utilize this to assist us, right? So, when I found out it was a super moon tomorrow and the last super moon of the actual year of 2024, I forget, I think they're calling it like the beaver moon or something like that. Um, that's where I thought, oh no, I'm going to do a special type of ritual where it's not just full moon letting go, new moon setting my intentions. I'm doing both because of the energy of that moon, because of the fact that that super moon is closer to the earth, which means that the energy is stronger, right? We can actually feel the energy on a subtle level stronger. We can utilize that stronger energy because it's closer. That's how I look at it. Again, not an astrologer, don't know about can't sit here and talk to you for an hour about lunar cycles, but that is what I am utilizing it with, and that is what I have discovered and looked into and am bringing to you. So, I think, it's on a Friday, which is great. Most people, not everybody, but most people don't have to go to work the next day. Take 15, 20, 30 minutes to do this and let it go. Again, I know it's tomorrow, so if you can't get the I mean, sometimes Amazon is amazing and you can get that stuff by tomorrow, right? If you want to get the flying wish paper or the dissolvable paper. But you can also just do paper and burn it in some type of a container and just bring water out with you to quickly put it out and then just release it to the earth, right? Release the ashes to the earth. If you really are like, Tammy, I'm not comfortable with the whole burning thing, you can always rip it up, release it into the garbage and take it out of your house, right? That's like the most basic thing. I'm kind of extra. That's just who I am. So I like to take it to another level. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And I think that if you start working now on the things that you want to create, that's why I always do the manifest class. I usually started in November, but this year we're going to do the first 2 weeks of December because Thanksgiving is so late. So, but that doesn't mean that I'm not starting now in planning. Whenever I hit November, my brain immediately starts going to what am I going to do for next year? How am I going to change? How am I what's my word for the year? What do I want to create? What do I want to not bring into this next year? Like my brain just starts going there. And so I'm going to utilize the super moon / full moon for that. And that's what I'm planning to do tomorrow. So at any point tomorrow, you can do it. Do you have to wait until it's pitch black dark? No, you usually can see the moon before that. The energy is still there. However you want to do it, just know that tomorrow that energy is and it's starting now already, right? But the energy tomorrow is going to be that the full / super moon. So, and again, if you're watching this like past that, you can still do this, right? You can still do this because there's a cycle of the moon. Again, not a professional in this, but there's a cycle of the moon where it takes a while for it to kind of go back or recede or change or whatever it is, okay? So you can still do this on Saturday and Sunday. Don't think, "Oh no, I missed it." You can still do it. And then there is going to be a new moon coming up this, or did the new moon? No, the new moon I think is coming up. And then December, it won't be super moon, but you're still going to have your full moon and your new moon. So, what I'm telling you in terms of the releasing and the planting, full moon releasing, new moon planting, anytime you find this, just go into your little Google, Safari, whatever, and say, when is the next full moon? When is the next new moon? Both of them happen every month. So, you can do this at any point between now and January. And again, for me, sometimes I like to do something on New Year's Eve, not necessarily connected to the moon, but just connected to shifting the energy from one year to the next. But we can talk about that at another weekly spirit boost. But I just wanted to come on here and tell you what my plan is for tomorrow's energy, and just start thinking. If you haven't started thinking about what's most important to me next year, what word would I give it? What do I really want to cultivate in my life? Maybe it's peace, maybe it's more happiness, maybe it's releasing and letting go. Maybe that's your word, is releasing. I'm not going to hold on to anything this year. I'm just going to continually release what doesn't serve me. Like, just start thinking about it, just in your brain when you have the time, plant it in there and start thinking about, what do I want to release that no longer serves me, that I do not want to take into 2025 with me? And what do I want to create or cultivate in 2025? Just start percolating on it. And again, this is not resolutions. I don't look at setting resolutions. I think the connotation that comes with resolutions tends to uh, fall off, right? By like January 10th. That's not this. This is, what am I going to work on cultivating throughout this year? What am I going to ask for help with before January 1st even comes, so that when January 1st does come, I'm more likely to follow through. I'm more likely to be able to accomplish things. Okay. That's where I want you to start thinking. Just start thinking on it. You have time. You have a month and a half, right? But if you can sit down and really make out that list of, what do I want to let go of, and make up that list of, what do I want, what do I intend? And you don't have to know everything, right? The new moons happen every month. I want you to just think of the big things. If it seems overwhelming, pick 3 things you want to let go of. The biggest things that, if you could let go of this, a habit, an emotion, a resentment, a relationship, a whatever, right? If you could let go of these 3 things, it would make the biggest difference in your life. The same thing with what you want to intend. If you can just pick 3 things that you can create, cultivate, start doing in 2025 that would make the biggest difference in your life, what would those top things be? You can just start there, and it will make a big difference. And by the way, you're setting those intentions not just with the universe, but with yourself. Now you have clarity. Clarity is the first step of the higher help method. Now you have clarity, instead of just like thinking, oh, there's a bunch of stuff I'd like to let go of, or, oh, God, I want to change everything in my life. That's not going to do it. You have to be clearer on those things. So just start with 3 and do that tomorrow for that super moon, which is also a full moon. That's all I want you to start with. If you're like, Tammy, it's too overwhelming for me to sit down and make a list of all of this stuff, pick 3 and start there. You will already be starting January and starting 2025 in a different place if you do this now. You already are going to be ahead of the game if you do this now, and you utilize the energy of that moon that is available to every one of us. Every one of us has access to it. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter where you live. We have access to it. Okay? It's Earth and the moon, right? So if you're living on the planet Earth, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this, if you're not, welcome. But if you're living on the planet Earth, this will work for you, right? This is available to you. So that is my advice for today. If you have any questions, I'm going to go and look at the questions now. And just let me know if you have any questions about anything that I said or about anything else while I am on here. I'm available to you to answer. So let me just check some of the comments. Claire F. Hi, Tammy and friends here. Happy Supermoon Prosperity Day. Yes, Super Moon. Barb P. Can you burn the wish paper inside? I mean, the only thing with burning the wish paper isn't inside, right? Because it's not gonna listen, I don't know, because it flies, right? So God forbid it flies somewhere and catches a curtain or something. I wouldn't recommend that. The other thing about the wish paper is oh, somebody sent balloons on Instagram. That was the coolest thing. I just happened to look up and see balloons. So the other thing about burning the wish paper inside is it disintegrates into stuff, right? And then, like, you're gonna have ashes or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So I wouldn't do it. I would at least just step outside the door and, do it on a porch or do it, wherever, you can do it. But I would be worried about doing it inside. Could you do it inside? I mean, I guess so, but that would make me nervous because in my head I would think, what if something goes up in flames because it catches or something, right? So, the only thing I would do inside is if you have a fireplace, then I would say you could send it up the fireplace because fireplace, right? That's okay. But other than that, I would probably just try and go outside with it if you can. Okay. Oh, Nancy is correct. Out of abundance of caution, please do not burn anything outside if you're in New Jersey. We have extreme drought conditions. I just ordered water soluble paper. Yes, yes, the water soluble. That's true. New Jersey is having problems. Where I live in New Jersey, literally, my husband just said yesterday, one of the highways by us at our exit, there was like a brush fire because we need to all pray for rain. Is what we need to be doing. We need to ask Mother Nature to please collectively bring us some rain, especially in our area because it is bad. There's fires breaking out everywhere. So burning something outside is probably not just, especially if you live in the wooded area. If you're in this area, is not great because of the fact that there is these fires that are happening all over the place because of the fact that there has been no rain. We definitely need rain. So again, if you all can just send a quick prayer to Mother Earth, Gaia, to help us in our area bring some rain in so that these fires can stop, that would be great. But yes, the water soluble paper, it's like my new favorite thing. Not that I don't love the flying wish paper because I do, because it's just so cool. Like if you've never tried it, just try it at some point because it just like flies away and just, it's a small little thing. So it's not gonna, again, inside would make me nervous. It's not gonna do anything bad outside. But the dissolvable paper, I've used it, I've tried it. It is the coolest thing ever. So I love that. Okay, let's see. Anything else that I missed? Yeah, Alexis, if you're not from Earth, if you happen to be an alien watching this, welcome. Welcome to our planet. That's correct. Can you tell I don't plan these weekly spirit boosts? I just kind of go with what comes out of my little brain. Carrie, I have burned the wish paper. Oh, she has. Oh, okay, hold on. So Carrie says she's burned the wish paper inside many times. We rolled it into a tube. Oh, that's smart. So you just rolled it because it's kind of this, square kind of paper. It didn't leave any ashes and we had no issues using it that way. Okay, listen, if you want to try that, that's cool. I like that. I'm so glad you said that. Thank you for sharing that. So you rolled it into a tube and then burned it and it didn't leave any ashes. Yeah, it's very small. It's very small paper. So you could certainly try it. And I'm glad you shared that because I don't think I've ever burned it inside. I've always just stepped outside the door. I've done it like right outside the door if it's cold out or whatever. Um, but that's good to know. And I never thought of rolling it into a tube. So that's interesting. Well, no, have I done that before? Why do I feel like I have done that before outside? But yeah, so that's great. Good to know. So that answers Barb's question, who was asking about can we do it inside? Um, you can try it. If you do it and it works, let us know. Um, let's see. Oh, Alexis too said she's done it inside many times and no problems. Okay, see, that's just my paranoia. We don't want to set fire to anything. Joking. But yeah, that's awesome. Okay, that's really, really good to know. So Barb, go for it. Try it. Because a couple of people are saying that it works. So that's awesome. That is good to know. I still think I would be paranoid because that's just me, and I blame my mother. Love you, Mom. Sorry, but you did make me a little crazy. But yeah, that's good to know. I like that. I might try it with my husband home in case anything goes wrong. Anyway. Yeah, Barb, that was good. That was good. Thank you, everybody. So that's what I want you guys to do in some way. Take everything that I just told you, customize it to yourself. You know, I always tell you that because I take everything and customize it and then share it with you about what I do. But see what works for you and just start thinking about 2025, right? If you want different results in 2025 than you had in 2024, you have to do things differently. And if you have never started thinking about the next year this early, I want you to start thinking about it, and I want you to utilize this super moon to do it. Hopefully by next week, I will be able to open up signups for the class that I'm going to be doing starting in, again, I think I'm going to do it the first 2 weeks of December because it's going to be 2 classes basically. And we are going to work together to set you up for the best year ever. So I should have that link for you guys next week. And until then, I am going to leave you with the intention for you to set what you want to let go and set what you want to intend and utilize that supermoon energy. If you're seeing this before Friday, even if you're seeing this on the weekend, do it anyway. And as always, I want you to do something this weekend. Say it with me. That brings you joy, that makes you happy, that boosts your energy and your mood. I don't care how big, I don't care how small. I want you to just go and do something that brings you joy because A, you deserve it. B, it will make you feel good. And C, it will open you up and raise your vibration to the signs, the synchronicities, the ideas, all of the fun stuff that is waiting in the wings to flow into your life that the universe is trying to point you to, especially if you're using the higher help method. It will open you up to that. So go into this weekend doing that. I am excited for you guys to set your intentions. I'm excited for you guys to let go of stuff. Don't forget to call in Archangel Metatron for the letting go piece of this. And I, of course, will be back here next week. I won't be here the following week because it is actually Thanksgiving and we have like 30 people at our house. So, and I'm sure you all will be busy as well, but I will be back here next week. So thank you. Thank you all for being here with me. And I will see you then. If you're watching this on the replay, leave a comment below. Be sure to like the video on your way out. And I will see you all next week. Happy super moon. Bye, everybody. Just trying to end the stream, but my mouse died. So I'm using the mouse on my computer. Okay. Gotta love lives. Bye.